this is another memo because I'm practicing, trying to align my thoughts, because if you keep it in your head, it's gonna stay there and probably get lost in that vastness. So yeah, I guess for right now, I'm gonna be focusing on just learning my craft to get into a new environment. The city, Toronto. I'm so excited. I know it's going to be hard. I know there's going to be things that are devastating, and I know that there are a lot of pulls and pushes with that, but I believe in my mission and well, not my mission, that sounds kind of what's the word? Corny. But I'm just trying to truly find out, not waste, waste away within this commonness. So, and the other thing is, I want to find people like me. I want to find people that are on my, frequency, if that makes any sense. And I imagine it in my head as, these people who are like me, and I can almost, it's almost like looking in a mirror, I can recognize myself in them, and I've never felt anything close to what I think it would be like. So I'm really excited to meet lifelong friends and opportunities and, risk, and to live. There's so much color there. Not even just oh my god, it's all rainbows and sunshine, but there's even the darker colors, the colors that aren't, known. There's colors that people think are shades, like black. So I don't know, I'm just kind of thinking about it. I've never done anything like this, and it's scary. But what I do know is that I've failed so many times. I need a environment and a place so I can see the bigger perspective. I think failing in a small, well, I guess not small town. It's sort of small. It just doesn't have what I need. I think that hometown feeling, oh my god, it's too small. I think that's right, because the town might not be too small. You're just too big. Not literally, but your aspirations exceed that. And then the thing that I sort of like when I'm feeling a bit down, or when these consistent sort of hammering thoughts of doubt, is what if it works? And what if it works better than you can imagine? Meaning your goals, your perception, when you daydream, imagine it's better than that. And that's definitely possible, but it's within you. Oh my god, what does that mean? He's so deep. Well, I'll tell you. Your perception has to be practiced. And I don't mean do it right now, It's good to train that, because it is trainable. But sometimes you need a environment to nurture that. it's always good to try, and you should try no matter what. But don't think that that level of energy to create your uniqueness and your own reality within a space that you felt isolated, or within a space that you felt alone, or angry, or all these reoccurring childhood things that would happen every single day. So yeah, and I guess for focusing wise and for actually enjoying things, it's gonna suck, but you literally have to enjoy the moment, the reality of it. That's what living is. To see through a different lens, to experience through something else in a different way. I might be getting off track and might be getting sort of vaguer and vaguer because I'm trying to focus on other things. But yeah, I think just getting this out and probably posting it, yeah, that sort of thing is on my, on my rotation, I guess. I think that's the only way to say it. My rotation. I have multiple things that I want to focus my time on rather than, waiting. There's always this sense of waiting that I found. And I just want to stop that, because the action that you need to take is right now. And I don't mean like some big action or some big realization. It's just starting. And it can just be, as small as anything. It just has to be enough where you can struggle a bit, and then you can say, okay, that's done. I can leave this for another time. And then the next day, hey, I'm gonna struggle with this a little bit more. You have to find time to struggle and deal with the negatives of starting, which is hard when you have issues in your day-to-day life that feeds or takes away from your struggling endurance. And I think that's why everything looks so hard when it's really not. Or you're like, oh my god, how are these people doing it easy peasy? It's because they have taken out unnecessary suffering. As human beings, as animals, we move, we react, we change to suit our own needs, and white knuckling something over and over and over again is not fair or how you should live. And what I mean is I don't mean like, oh, you have to change or whatever. I'm just saying, like, when it's unnecessary and it's just sort of like a feeder, which the thing that feeds off of your suffering benefits from that, which is even worse, get away from that, because you will be kept. Yeah, and then I guess for this is practicing talking, not just for for people to keep watching this so I can increase my my value through videos, but for socialness. And another thing, well, that actually makes me think of something else, which is every time you struggle, you're always training. Every time you're dealing with something, you're moving towards something else. Like, let's say boredom, or let's say, very deep, hard struggles that are bouncing around inside you. I thought I just heard a little animal. you're always training your mind or your body, and hating it or having a reaction of like, oh, why did this happen? Why do I keep dropping the milk? You know, why do I keep messing up? That is unnecessary suffering, and what you don't know, and what is a fact, is that you are progressing. It's just you can't see it, or you haven't had a enlightening moment because you're trapped within this, I don't know, I guess bleak lens. That's annoying because it's hard to change that thinking when it's always dark. So just by starting, it can give you a chance to break free from that lens. And it's slow. It's annoying. But to get that perfect sort of mindset, it's all about balance. So if something isn't working, it's not necessarily the first or second issue. It's probably like the 10th or 12th issue that you haven't noticed or recognized, and it's feeding all of your other, primal traits. Anyway, so balance is what is needed to keep continuing, because we are all ships. Or even if you think yourself as a ship, whether it's your emotions, whether it's your mental state, even your body, we can deal with hard things, but when it's continuously hard and just slowly stripping everything away, that doesn't give you the nurturing to grow. And dealing with hard times is amazing, but if it's hard all the time, how do you grow within that? Because it's always taken away. It's not impossible, but if you want to make that leap into, a new reality, you do have to change. You do have to change, period. And then I guess the second thing is to always continue and always remind yourself. Something that I like is to have something you're chasing towards and chasing from, because that really really balances that out. Because you are going to always be in between. And how you're supposed to find these, and the things that you feel like you're missing are answers that you can easily get by just sitting alone by yourself and finding these answers, or finding these questions that will lead for the answers. But the issue with that is all the stuff you don't want to think about will come up, and it's so personalized to you that it brings out a lot of negativeness. And to go about that is very difficult. But to accept what you're now going to change, and to accept what can't be changed, is a start. And to lead with purpose is also a start. And this purpose is, again, an answer that you will find from being with yourself alone for a bit, the answer will come, but it's a reason for living, and it's a reason to die for, basically, because your whole essence is not necessarily from it or to find it, but it's to grow with it. Everything that you want to focus and be, it has to be a part of you. You can't just act like, oh, it would be cool if I played the guitar. You have to, you have to have, it sounds weird, but you have to have that, guitar playing almost a part of you. Like you are guitar guy, because it's a craft, and you have to spend